This is our personal finance segment where we will answer all your personal finance queries. Expert Harsh Roongta of Apnapaisa.com joins us. First up is a caller joining us from Mumbai actually. Dinesh Shirvaikar joins us. Dinesh, go ahead. What's your question? Harsh is here to answer it.
Yeah, I am investing for my son's education, which is, he is 13 years old right now, and I would need money in about 5 to 7 years. So with that objective, I have started investing in three types of funds: large cap, mid cap, and small cap. That's my intention. So I have started investing 4,000 per month in HDFC Top 200, which is a large cap fund. I have also invested 3,000 per month in ICICI Pru Discovery, which is a mid cap fund. Now I want to complete the portfolio by having a small cap fund. So I want to look at what options I can have. Two of the options which I have thought of are JP Morgan India Smaller Companies Fund and Franklin Smaller Companies Fund. So what is your advice on this matter?
Harsh, that's absolutely clear and a very clear picture as to when he wants and how much he wants. 5 years from now, your son would probably look for an engineering or a medical seat. That could mean a goodish bit of money. And if it is not 5 years, then it's 8 years from now where he may be looking for some management education. So that's the kind of money he should be looking for. Dinesh would be looking for. Go ahead, Harsh Roongta.
So I think, Dinesh, the other thing that before I answer that question, you had mentioned that your target amount is about 15 lakhs. Now, how have you arrived at that figure of 15 lakhs? Is there, is that the cost today, or is that the cost that you estimate it to be in the future?
Well, I've started investing 10,000 per month some time back, and the last year or so. And what I would like to know is, in say 7 years' time, what would be the kind of corpus that I can expect based on a balanced kind of portfolio across equities?
Well, I think, so Dinesh, I get it. I think the real issue is you should be doing this a little backward, especially when you are planning for an important goal like your child's or son's education. How much would it cost today? What would be the inflation cost, and then plan it backward rather than doing the reverse. Let me save as much as I can. Having said that, I think the two funds you have chosen are pretty good, but I would be extremely hesitant to recommend a small cap fund, simply because when your time horizon is 5 years or 7 years, 100% exposure to equity is not something that's advisable. So I would suggest that you look overall at a balanced fund, which gives you tax advantages as well, and the 15 lakh should be possible over 7 years if you put it in a balanced fund. So the balance 30, I would hesitate to put it in a small cap fund. In fact, put it in equity at all. I would suggest that you have a balanced exposure with at least 25-30% in debt, and if that is not something that you want to do, not advisable to put it in into equity at all. Forget small cap. But if you're very much bent on putting it in small cap, one small cap that I could recommend is IDFC Premier Equity.
All right, Dinesh, you got that reply and the caution. How do you calculate and come to 15 lakhs? If it is 7 years from now, 15 lakhs should perhaps be discounted by at least half. That's what it would buy, and that may be inadequate. But
to our next caller, Vibhakar Kumar calls in from Mumbai. Hi, Vibhakar.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
This is Vibhakar from Santacruz.
अच्छा, बताएंगे आपका क्वेरी क्या है?
Yes, ma'am.
आप बताएंगे हमारे एक्सपर्ट को आपकी क्वेरी क्या है?
Yes, ma'am. I want to invest 10,000 per month.
Okay.
I have not knowledge of what fund is better. I have target of 10 lakhs rupees in 5 years. Okay. Because after 5 years I want to left job. Okay. So I have target of 10 lakhs in 5 years. So which fund is better?
Over to you, Harsh.
Well, Vibhakar, I think first off, I think you're starting early at a young age. I think that is excellent. If your target is 5 years or a little over 5 years or 6 years, a complete exposure to equity is not something that we would advise. I think if at all, since you are young and you can take risk, maybe you can go for a 70% equity and a 30% debt kind of an exposure, which is best taken through a balanced fund. So I would advise that you look at a good balanced fund. You can look at HDFC Prudence, you can look at Reliance Regular Saving Fund, the balanced fund, or you can look at Birla Sun Life 95. But please keep on doing it regularly, put it by a monthly SIP, and don't discontinue even if the market goes up and down during the period. And about a year or year and a half before your goal, start shifting it into some kind of a debt fund, so that you're not exposed to the vagary of equity just near your goal.
All right, that's sound advice. Thanks a lot, Harsh Roongta, for answering the personal finance queries of our viewers.